Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, how's it going? I'm Hitman BK, and yeah, I stream over on Kick, and I thought I'd go ahead and finally I can start at least to make this build video for everybody in Diablo 4. I'm starting. This is the first time I've ever really done anything like this, but I figured the best way to show everybody here and on the YouTube of what we're doing would be to run like maybe a solo nightmare dungeon, and we'll see how that goes. So on that note, what we have is a blood necro. That's what I'm making. I'm making a blood necro that is utilizing hemorrhage to form blood orbs. My main 2 points of like big DPS is going to be blood surge, which I've overstacked. I've got 7 out of 5 in that. I actually am going to use blood mist to DPS, which is really interesting. I don't know if I've seen anybody do this yet. They might be. And corpse explosion to get back mana and continue making damage buffs, as well as decrepify, and corpse tendrils to throw on debuffs. And of course, if you're doing a blood build, you got to have Wrathmos Vigor. So every 15 seconds, you pretty much get a guaranteed overpower, which is, yeah, dope. And you also want to go ahead and make sure you have Coalesce Blood and Tides of Blood, because all of these are going to stack into your overall damage. And then as you're going through there as well, I've gone ahead and got Grim Harvests combined with Fueled by Death. So this is going to feed right into the corpse explosion. You're going to get 6 essence for each corpse you destroy, on top of 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a corpse. Consuming a corpse is like when you go ahead and pop a corpse, right? So it's another damage buff right there. And then I've spec'd into Hued Flesh to get myself chances at more corpses. And I've spec'd into Death's Embrace, which is going to help you be more tanky. Take less damage the closer enemies are to you, and using Corpse Tendril to pull everybody to you and to cause them to get vulnerable, slap them with Decrepify, and then, you know, blow everything up around them. And all that's going to combine to increase your damage, create corpses, debuff the enemies, and then you can hit, if you stack all of that with your 15 seconds guaranteed overpower, throw Blood Mist on, which is going to make you heal for a little bit. I don't have it like stacked that high. It's actually interesting how much damage the skill does. And it's going to heal you and decrease the cooldown actually too every time a corpse explodes, because of a couple of gear pieces I have on. So I'll show you that too. And then I've got Necrotic Carpus, so that when I form a corpse I get fortified. So some of these things are totally built into helping me be more tanky, because being tanky is like the bomb. For gear, I'm not fully there yet, y'all. I got some water. I'm not fully there yet, but I feel pretty confident. So we'll see what happens. But I'm using a couple all legendaries right now, and one unique. But the unique's not doing anything for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. So this is just a helmet that helps with the crowd controls. So that'll be like the slowed vulnerables. It gives you a chance to spread that without having to, you know, use your ability once you pop it. The plus 32 intelligence and plus 12 all stats are nice, plus the lightning resistance, because this is going to be a nightmare where there'll be a lot of lightning. This is the unique I'm using. It doesn't do anything really, because blood orbs create a free bone spirit. I create a lot of blood orbs, but bone spirit isn't anything I'm like really feeling I get a lot out of. So this is kind of a wash for me right now. This is where stuff like really starts working for me, are going to be like in the affixes and some of the stat boosts, which this is where it gets really interesting. When you're looking at gear, look for gear that's going to increase abilities that are really big for you. Like Blood Surge for me is great, and I'm getting +2 on Blood Surge, right? Because that's my core skill. That's what I'm smacking people with. And then on top of that, the imprinted, the affix I threw on this is a 16% increased critical strike chance every time I cast Corpse Tendrils, which I'm always doing. And I deal 48% bonus critical damage to enemies damaged by Corpse Tendrils. So you can kind of see what that's already doing. And then I combine that with Blood Mist. So now I got the Blood Mist on this, and I'm getting +1 rank on Corpse Tendrils here. And then Blood Mist is actually triggering Corpse Explosions, which is cool, reducing the cooldown of my Blood Mist every time it does that. So now you're starting to see how these things can like stack, right? This is still, this piece too, these pants are still kind of a wash really. It's just for tankiness, which that gain almost, what, 0.5% of increased armor for 4 seconds when you deal any form of damage. I don't know if I feel this or not. I think I do. I mean, this is literally just a tanky piece. My weapon, it continues into everything stacking, right? So consuming a corpse increases damage of your next core skill by 14% up to 70%, right? So now you can see like corpse tendrils, decrepify, throw a blood mist. I'm blowing up corpses. I'm getting all my shit back, and we're also consuming those corpses and increasing the damage of blood mist as it's going. Come out of blood mist, slap your core skill a couple times, and you can really start to see some big damage numbers. And then again, I've got an amulet on for tankiness. The damaging an elite enemy grants that barrier, which is really nice. But what's really good about this is the blood skill damage boost, as well as the essence cost reduction and the +2 rank of Coalesce Blood. That's pretty ridiculous because Coalesce Blood is a great ability. And then on my last 2 pieces, this is a wash piece. I don't really care about this Apex. I like the overpower damage here. Is really why I'm using that. And then here, the Blood Surge, which is going to double the Blood Surge. So Nova Echoes will go again after I do one. The Skeletal Mages inherit 4.7% of your thorns. Does nothing for me. So as you can see, I'm not stacked yet. But which is cool. So you can see how much damage this is doing. Yeah, so. And if you have any questions too, you can find me over at Kick, and I'll be happy to answer them as I continue to build this out. And this is just regular, because I've been testing stuff. So this is just a regular. This is not hardcore. Nightmare Dungeon, I'm just not playing on hardcore. I'll probably cut this down too, so you guys can only see the good stuff. But so you can already see, I mean, like, ridiculous. Yes, everybody come over here. So you can see the stacks building. We're at 14, 15, and you can pop Blood Mist. And then, I mean, like, that's just insane how much damage that does. And I wasn't even fully stacked, so I didn't even use corpse explosions there to gain more DPS.
Bless you.
So let's see if we can get, like, maybe... Is there a corpse anywhere? Oh, stunned. And every time we pull blood from him, right, we're stacking for more damage as well. So we can just do this, stack this, and then, you know, hit our blood surge. You don't always have to wait for the 15-second overpower.
Oh, bless you.
But the guaranteed, right, is huge. 15 seconds. And then for that, by the way it works is it'll continue to grow as long as you are at 80% or higher of health. This is key, I think, that I should have mentioned at the start to this build, is why I put the stuff on to help make me extra tanky. Because everything about this is tied to you being at 80% or higher in health. So you want to have overheal, you want to have pieces on that increase the amount of healing received. So every time you pick up blood orbs, you get a ton of health, and you can just kind of keep yourself sitting in that really nice space of 80%. So you're always getting damage, right? Or you're really going to feel it when you're below. Which I have no doubt we will see during this nightmare. I'm sure I'll be down the amount of damage I should be at, and you'll see that, like, the DPS just isn't the same. But yeah, this is what I'm working on. I didn't look at any build videos or anything. I just, throughout the campaign, was messing around with Blood Necro. Oh, and I guess it's important to note that I am sacrificing all of the minions. So this is a Necro build with no minions. And what that looks like is sacrificing the defender. So you gain 15% non-physical resistance. I'm sacrificing skeletal mages to get the overpower increase, and I'm sacrificing the blood golem for the I believe it's 15% bonus health.
My savior.
And then I've got the points in the ability tree that increase the bonuses of sacrificing your minions. So it might seem a little weird for my full-time necros out there running around with no minions, but oh my god, dude, this just slaps, and it feels really good too. See, I had the pop of health right there. But your core skill will actually heal you. However, I'm just getting stunned like left and right now, which is a bummer. And getting anything, so when I was building this too throughout, I realized early on,
Dearest,
the biggest pain point I had
death comes for this hellhole.
was essence, and I'm still working on how to maintain really high essence, but corpse explosion does help with that.
Skulking about the kitchen halls today. When he saw me, he approached to ask about the prison warden. I directed him to the
This
palace
stunt
guard.
sucks.
Only hours later, and the servants are whispering about some disaster at the dungeons.
Oh, come on, I dodged that.
I have an awful
Okay.
feeling. Will you meet me tonight at the tea house? I could use a warm cup. And
That's blood mist right there. That's all blood mist. Doing that damage. It's overpowered blood mist. And I'm dealing all that damage. And I've got thorns on. That's how he probably died, hitting me. Being a dickhole. That's what you get. Trying to punch me to death. Why would I go into here? What the hell's the point of that? I feel like whenever we really start locking this in too, man, it's gonna be really good. The biggest thing to remember is making sure you definitely hit those corpse tendrils. Corpse tendrils are huge because vulnerable is just great. I do have a lot of, do have some nice resistances on as well, so I'm sure you all probably noticed I can just stand in poison. I think I'm sitting at like 57, almost 60% resistance on poison. So I did prep for this dungeon. Just gonna kill this guy with the good old corpse explosion.
We get separated. My
I'm gonna
friends
shrink
were
this
cut
video
down.
a little.
I won't last on my own.
Boom! Dude, that feels so good. It is like a tank nuke though too. So if you're not into that style of gameplay, it might not be for you. I totally get that. Some people aren't into like hitting one button and like wiping half a room. I need to figure out how to stop myself from getting stunned. These guys like hitting me in the face. Corpse explosion makes it fun though. I feel like corpse explosion keeps it really entertaining. Boom! Corpse exploding everything! That was awesome. That was awesome. Supposedly there's one enemy remaining. This has got to be my least favorite objective. When it's just like kill all the enemies, you're kind of like, all right, game. I can't.
I can't.
Oh, there was an event in here? What? Sweet. No idea. We're traveling to the torture chamber. Resurrected mallets. No more. Now you can kind of see where boss damage comes from, and this is why I have the chant to create a corpse from damage. I think it's pretty crucial because of how much you need corpses. To have that gives you the opportunity to still create corpses, even if there are no enemies. Because corpse tendrils is so critical to this build that it can be hard when you're DPSing a boss and you don't have it. Like that's where I feel the biggest weakness comes in on this. The single target damage on a boss if you don't have like everything kind of going. But the good news is to Decrepify, you know, is also really good at handling a lot of that for you. Oh, pop blood mist. Like, that's just straight blood mist damage right there. I feel like that's just ridiculous. I tried to get out of there. And so we'll probably just do it again. Like, you know, we know we're at our 15 overpower. So we'll Decrepify, we'll Corpse Tendril, and we'll Blood Mist. And then we'll come right out of Blood Mist and do a couple of our core skills. You will be like utilizing this build and using your health. I mean, because you've got to stay above that 80% threshold. So don't be surprised if you're using all of your health, you know? And there you go. That was a Nightmare Dungeon using my Necro Blood Build. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below in the comments or find me on Kick. I'm Hitman BK and hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.